Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? I hope you're having a beautiful day. This is Life Under Trump, part 102. Yes, Life Under Trump, part 102. We got a lot to cover. We will be discussing JD Vance and his wife because for some reason, JD Vance and Trump feel like they're, feeling sending Usher to Greenland is going to help us. I guess they think they're really going to be able to purchase Greenland. I don't see it happening, but this is where we at today with Life Under Trump, part 102. When I listen to JD Vance's wife speak, I want to go to sleep. JD Vance, sending your wife to Greenland, shame on you. Shame on you. It's not purposeful. You could be putting her in a position that is not healthy for her well-being. But I guess y'all said, well, send a brown person. She'll be fine, huh? Okay. And we also covering Jasmine Crockett, Donald Trump sports spokesperson, Caroline Leavitt. We will be talking about, of course, Donald Trump. And we will be talking about Elon Musk. Hello, victorious one. How you doing, beautiful queen? Let me know if you can hear me, please. Because sometimes I think y'all hear me, you don't even hear me. And I don't want to keep yapping and y'all can't hear me, okay? So let me know if you can hear me in the chat. But yeah, we got a lot to cover because Elon Musk, he making such bad decisions and his thought pattern is really screwed up because he's not concerned about the American citizens, but we the people, we are concerned about him and we want Elon out of our country. And that's what's going on today in the news. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start with Donald Trump getting mad about a portrait that has been put in a home. One of the senators, Congress people put in their home, in their office, in the Capitol, and Donald Trump is mad about it because he says that he really thinks in his mind that he looks better than President Barack Obama. Come on now, Donnie. You know darn well you don't look good as Barack Obama. So today, Donald Trump is having a hissy fit over the portrait. So I'm going to show you the portraits. Then I'm going to let you listen to a video about it, okay? Hold on. So this is the portrait that's put into the state capitol. And Donald Trump is mad about it. He thinks he looks better than President Obama, and he's mad about his portrait. And he's like, why would you do me like that? You made Obama's portrait look good. This is Donald Trump. I'm going to show you a video. He's having a temper tantrum over President Barack Obama's photo. Why did he continue to compare himself to somebody that's handsome? Donald Trump, you're not attractive. You never have been. Melania never thought you was attractive. What she thought was attractive was your funds. So let's listen to this.
We have some news right now. Donald Trump is freaking out about a portrait hung up of himself at the Colorado State Capitol, railing against Governor Jared Polis of Colorado because he doesn't like the way he looks in his portrait. Yes, I'm serious. This is what he's focusing on right now. So this is the portrait at issue. This is what's being hung up right now in the Colorado State Capitol. As you can see, it's not a great portrait. This is really not what Donald Trump looks like. But alas, here we are. And while Donald Trump decided to attack Jared Polis because of it, says, quote, nobody likes a bad picture or painting of themselves with the one in Colorado in the state capitol put up by the governor along with all the other presidents was purposely distorted to a letter that even I perhaps have never seen before. Then proceeded to attack the artist because apparently, according to Trump, the artist also did Obama and he looks wonderful, but the one on me is truly the worst. This is the one of him, as he calls it, truly the worst. Now I'll do a full breakdown of all the news you missed on my Substack, so be sure to subscribe for free at the link in my bio and follow along to stay up to date on all the news you need to know about. There'll be more to come soon.
Subscribe to Aaron Punners. He's also on TikTok. He's on Instagram as well. And he has a great YouTube channel. Donald Trump, why would you try it? Why would you compare yourself to President Barack Obama? You would never be, and you have never been, as handsome as this man. So why put yourself through the humiliation of contacting people about portraits and comparing yourself to President Barack Obama? Donnie, they actually did you a favor. They tried to make you look younger by putting fillers in your wrinkles and trying to hide that your bad skin. I couldn't believe it when I saw that today. I was like, and I saw it all over all the YouTube channels, all the websites for news, Courier, all of them. Donnie, you would never be an attractive man like President Barack Obama. It would never happen. So why would you torture yourself to even think that, to phantom you could even look this good? You would never. So leave that man alone about your photo at the state capitol. They actually made you look better. And honestly, he was really, really, really big, but he slimmed down, but you still fat, Donnie. But President Barack Obama takes care of himself. He eats healthy. He runs. You won't get out and run. You won't even go to the pool. Have you seen his body when he's at the pool and the beach? President Barack Obama has a beautiful body. No one wants to see you naked. We saw that AI video that I showed of you out in Trump Gonza. We didn't want to see that, baby. Donnie, stop. Your body is horrendous, frightening. Nobody wants to see you in the nude ever in our life. So we're going to move on because Donald Trump gets worse every day. It doesn't get any better.
Huge breaking news right now. Judge Boasberg just rejected the Trump administration's attempt to overturn his temporary injunction blocking the deportation flights to Venezuela of the Tren de Aragua members. This is a significant loss for the Trump administration right now. He says that, quote, Venezuelans marked for deportation under the Alien Enemies Act are actually likely to win because they're entitled to individual hearings and due process, and the Trump administration is actively denying them of that. This is a significant loss for the Trump administration, which had hoped that Judge Boasberg would overturn his prior ruling and his temporary injunction blocking the flights to Venezuela or to El Salvador, but he refused to do that. I'm going to do a full breakdown of the legalities of this on my Substack shortly, so be sure to subscribe for free at the link in my bio. But essentially what's next here is this is going to go up to the DC Circuit and then likely to the United States Supreme Court, but at least right now, Trump cannot use the Alien Enemies Act to deport individuals without due process. As always, comment below your thoughts, spread the word, and follow along to stay up to date on all the news you need to know about. More to come soon.
Subscribe to Midas Touch Network on all platforms. Donnie, we need to use the Alien Enemies Act on you. You are the enemy within. So when you're talking about the Alien Enemy Act, we need to use it on you, Donnie. You are the enemy in the United States of America. And leave the immigrants alone. All you are doing attacking black and brown immigrants. Donnie boy, you're an immigrant. Your family were immigrants. Your wife is an immigrant. Send her away. How about that? The one that won't let you touch her. Apparently, she knows something that we don't know, y'all, because she would not let that man touch her. You can't convince me that there's love in that household. Oh, she's not even living in the White House with him. That's not love. Michelle Obama lived in the White House with who? Barack Obama, the man that he's so jealous of. Barack Obama's wife, Michelle Obama, actually lived in the White House with her husband. Melania Trump does not want to be near Donnie boy. So Blubber boy has to sleep in there, and somebody putting on some knee pads. Somebody sneaking up in there to pleasure this old rusty man. The Michelin tie boy. He whines and whimpers every day about something new. He whines and whimpers about President Barack Obama looking better than him. That they did something to your photo. Honey, that's what you look like, Donnie. You're not good on the eyes. I don't know how many lies people don't told you to get money from you when you was young and halfway looking like something. Baby, they never told you was fine, because if they did, they lied. Women lie, you know. Sometimes we want something. We want you to give us that bread. We lied to you. We don't want you. And I know you laid up with some black women, and those black women, I'm telling you, they definitely lied to you, Donnie. No woman wants to see you in the nude. One moment, please. We're going to scoot on over to Caroline Leavitt, okay? Trump's secretary.
Hi, liberal woman here, and I'd like to take a moment to address some of the reasons why I am jealous of Caroline Leavitt. Starting with the most obvious one, she's 27. And you're so right. As a woman in my late 30s, I'm so jealous that she has an opportunity to stimulate the American economy by giving jobs to so many injectors and estheticians. You see, the problem is that my more melanated skin handles the element of time better, so I don't get the opportunities that she does to create jobs. Secondly, she is married to a millionaire. And you know what? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'll give you that one. I am, however, so jealous that she gets to go home and cuddle every night with someone the age of my father. Something so elite about that experience that makes me jealous. It's like Tom Brady, you know? Deflated balls. Also, gosh, she is Speaker of the House. This one is a little bit confusing for me because I grew up in a bilingual household, so I was technically sometimes the Speaker of the House. But shame on me. Shame on me for speaking more than one language. And as a performer, I gotta admit, I'm also jealous that she books work, because she booked a pretty big role in the Project 2025 training video, where she gave us emotionally nothing. She gave us instructions on how to be submissive in the workplace, and for that, I'm so jealous. So, thank you, Internet, for making me aware of the reasons why I am jealous of Speaker of the House, Caroline Leavitt.
Caroline, she was being sarcastic. Please don't think she's actually jealous of you, Caroline. It just couldn't be possible, okay? More on Caroline Leavitt. Because Donnie boy, he only picks people that's going to be his lawyers. She's loyal to him. She's not loyal to the American people. So when we're going to roast people, she's going to be in there too. Let's continue the roasting. Hold on, everybody. Doing a little roasting with the news, okay? Is that okay with y'all? I know it is. Some roasting with the news. Just a moment, please. Just a moment. Caroline Leavitt. Oh, no, that's the other lady. We'll go to her next. Hold on. Oh, Caroline. This is about Caroline Leavitt. So, Caroline, the one that think people are jealous of her. 4 things you didn't know about Caroline Leavitt. Her husband, Nicholas Rickle, is a multi-million-dollar man worth $50 million. Her husband is a trustee for the Heritage Foundation. Her husband donated over $5 million to Donald Trump's campaign and allowed the campaign to utilize his properties at no expense for gatherings and events. So he owed her this. That's how she got a job. That's DEI. Nicholas, her husband, helped write Project 2025. Her job is an obvious conflict of interest. There's no favoritism here. What? Yes, it is. She only got this job because, could I say nepotism or what? Or could I say because Donnie boy was gifted $5 million to his campaign from her husband, who helped write Project 2025, which is the plan and the guide of what Donald Trump is doing right now. Project 2025 is what he's displaying in front of us. Caroline Leavitt, she's before she was gifted this job from Donnie, from the big donation from her husband, she was a softball scholarship. She had a softball scholarship at St. Anselm College, Trump assistant, mega spokeswoman, Fox News intern, violated campaign finances laws and never paid. Married a 60-year-old multimillionaire at the age of 27. And she's a blonde. It only gets worse. But I'm not going to give you more till later. Okay. One moment, please. We're going to get on over to good old Elania. No, we're going to do some JD Vance right quick. And we're going to mosey over to his wife too, okay? So do y'all mind if I cover a little JD Vance right quick? Okay.
is the craziest. I don't know who approved this. She's reading off cue cards. She makes these really strange pauses, and she's blinking nonstop.
Hello. I'm so
This is
excited to
JD
share
Vance's
that I'll be
wife.
visiting XUAL, Greenland, next weekend. I'm particularly thrilled to visit during your National Dog Sled Race, which our country is proud to support as a sponsor. I've been reading all about it with my children, and I'm amazed by the incredible skill and teamwork that it takes to participate in this race. I'm also coming to celebrate the long history of mutual respect and cooperation between our nations, and to express hope that our relationship will only grow stronger in the coming years. I look forward to meeting many of you soon, and to learning from you about your beautiful land, culture, and traditions. See you soon.
Donald Trump is sick.
It's
Him and
even
JD
worse
Vance
the
are
second
sick.
time I saw it. Hello. Why does she say hello?
Hello.
Oh my gosh. And I just don't know.
I'm so excited to share that I'll be visiting XUAL, Greenland, next week.
But that's JD Vance's wife.
I'm particularly
Donald Trump and JD Vance is sending her to Greenland. Donnie, Greenland doesn't want to be a part of America. We are in shambles right now. Our food prices are so high. Gas. We have a nutcase in the White House. And you're not even president. Elon Musk is president. We're going to get to Elon Musk real soon. Real soon. Why would anybody want to come to our country? You have destroyed this country. You are a miserable fat slob. And because you're a miserable fat slob, Donald Trump, you want everybody in this country to be miserable. You have no dignity and no honor for this country. You are the enemy within. One moment, please. Just a moment. It was something I need to show y'all again about Elon's wife. Let me see if this is it.
Musk is a weird loser, but is he a scam?
No, that's not it. That's not it. JD Vance's wife. I'll get to it later because apparently I don't know why I saved it. But give me a moment. Just give me a moment, baby. Give me a moment. Where did I save that? About JD's wife. Okay, this is it.
So I know it's late right now, but we're getting news in from Greenland that Greenland's prime minister is furious at a planned visit by Trump officials and Usher Vance, JD Vance's wife. Here's the article from CNN. Greenland's prime minister slams highly aggressive.
What happened? Did it freeze? It froze. Sorry, y'all. But anyway, it doesn't make any sense. Why are you sending your wife over there? Why can't you go? JD, if you try to send her to think that she has some kind of beauty to persuade them, she's not that girl. She is not great on the eyes. And she needs to cover her gray. If you want to woo a man, you definitely need to cover that gray. Because I've seen some beautiful women with gray hair. Long down they back, short gray hair. She has no style. She dressed like an old lady. Unless she gonna go there dressed like an old lady and then she gonna do a freak elite and come out and strip for him or something, take off them old lady clothes and put on a wig or something down her back, a 36 bust down her back. Cause JD, your wife is rather boring looking. Nothing is delightful about her. So what is the plan? Why did you not go, JD Vance? You are the vice president of this country. You said that you're tired of Elon Musk getting to do everything, and you know you are the elected vice president. But well, honey, well, why you send your wife in the place of you doing your job? I don't understand it. Why? Because she brown? You don't mind jeopardizing her life? Inquiring minds want to know. We're going to get on over to a big bust down, Elon Musk. And I swear, when he thought of designing this vehicle, He thought of his body. Look at Elon's body. And look at the Cybertruck that has been on recall, y'all. His Cybertrucks are on recall. They have been pulled. When he designed the Cybertruck, he actually designed it off of his body. Elon is made like the Cybertruck, a trash can. We're going to move on to some stuff about, Elon Musk, honey. Yes.
Musk is a weird loser, but is he a scam? Find out on my recurring segment. Is it a scam? Yep. He's been around Silicon Valley for a long time, first being fired as the CEO of X-Bank and then being kicked out as the CEO of PayPal. But he's most known for founding Tesla. And by founding, I mean not founding in...
Yeah, the thing is with Tesla, he's not the founder. He actually came along and snatched it up from two guys that found it. And to hush them up, he had to end up paying them a settlement. And then he decides to put down that he's a founder. He's not the founder. Then he tells a lie on Rogan's podcast that there was never a car developed before he came along. And he's an actual founder and that they didn't develop an actual vehicle till he came along. Elon, you are a filthy, bad body built liar. That's what you are. A bad body built liar.
So like JD Vance, I am a
Okay, that's
former
JD Vance.
Marine
I'll
who
go back to JD Vance in a moment. Let's see. Hold on just a little while longer. Okay.
Most of Musk's relationships end and people leave. Like it's littered with people who have worked for him and have left in exasperation and abuse, really. Kind of like they just can't take it. The manicness, the yelling. You know, one person told me at Neuralink, which is his brain chip company, that he comes in, he kicks over some trash cans, and he leaves, and everyone gets back.
Elon Musk.
It was funny. It made me laugh when I heard that. So he likes to do that. Like, I'm here to go. You're all terrible. Like just go what he's doing in the government.
I agree with you, Johnny Martin. I agree with you, King Johnny Martin.
Specifically, let's just break it and then pick up the pieces later. He did that. He's done that in a lot of federal agencies. No idea what anybody does, nor does he care.
She just spoke about how Elon will come into the office while people working and he'll be kicking over trash cans or everything. That doesn't surprise me because this other thing I'm about to show y'all. Something is really wrong with Elon. What is wrong with this dude? Hold on. Just a moment. Now, I saved that. I know I did. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Something is wrong with Elon. Something is wrong with this man. People are laughing at him. And he thinks he's cool. Elon Musk is an embarrassment. That's why that lady, his guest, I guess it's one of his kids' moms. Because, you know, he got 5 baby mamas. He's a hood nigga. I hate to put it. He's a ninja, a hood ninja. Anybody can be a ninja. Look it up. Look the definition up. Not the urban definition, but the actual definition of it. You know what I'm saying. Don't play. Don't come over here and play in my face. Anyway. One moment, please. Elon, he is mad about this photo right here that's out about him. But we will never forget what Elon looked like before the hair plugs. This is Elon before the surgeries and hair plugs. But he need to get that body done because he's bad body built. Elon never has been an attractive man. And this is Atlanta Black Star magazine about the Cybertrucks. I'm going to read what it says. Atlanta Black Star. Insurance companies dropped Cybertrucks from coverage amid massive 46,000 recalls. So as y'all know, the Cybertruck has been recalled. And Tesla is Elon's major source of money. He used Tesla to get loans to get Twitter, which is now X.
So JD Vance is now.
We'll go back to JD Vance. Wait a minute, I got to finish showing y'all about Elon Musty. Hold on. We're going to go ahead and roll up Elon Musty right quick. No, that's JD Vance video. We don't want to talk about him right now. We're going to roll on up on Elon Musty right quick.
Breaking news. Tesla, the icon of electric vehicle innovation, is now mired in controversy as a series of internal crises and operational misfires come to light. The once bright future painted by Elon Musk is now shadowed by concerns ranging from production errors to management conflicts. Recent reports suggest that the company's challenges may be deeper than they appear on the surface, igniting heated debates among investors and industry experts. Insiders reveal that unresolved technical problems and strategic missteps have contributed to a growing sense of uncertainty within the company. This controversy has fueled speculation on social media, where passionate discussions about Tesla's future are unfolding daily. Critics question if the company's relentless pace of innovation has come at the expense of stability and quality control. Meanwhile, die-hard fans argue that every innovative venture faces setbacks before reaching success. The unfolding drama not only affects Tesla's market performance, but also raises important questions about the future of the EV industry as a whole. What corrective measures will Elon Musk deploy to restore confidence among stakeholders? Join the conversation, share your perspective, and help us shape the narrative by liking, commenting, and following for more updates on Tesla's turbulent times.
Tesla is definitely on turbulent times. Right now, Tesla is down. This is more now, but anyway, this is what it says. Negative $148 billion. That is negative 48% down. So Elon Musk companies are taking a huge hit. All of Trump's top tech donors, their companies are going down right now. One moment, please.
Oh my God. Today is a good day.
People are celebrating the downfall of Teslas.
This is real. This is real. Tesla has said that it is recalling nearly all Cybertrucks in the United States to fix an exterior panel that could fall off while you're driving it. And it says can increase risk of crash and thus death. This recall could prove to be a setback for Tesla, no shit, whose stock has lost about half of its value this year after rising competition and aging lineup and backlash against CEO Elon Musk's controversial role in overseeing cuts to federal spending. More than that, yeah, okay. Tesla shares have fallen 42% this year, and this will not be helping.
It's actually down negative 48%. Okay. I think that one is JD. One moment, please. Hold on. I ain't through yet. So Tesla stock is plunging again. Tesla stock. It says Tesla stock is plunging again. It could drop for a 9th straight week. I'm sure, but the world's wealthiest individual leveraging their wealth for political influence and power can't claim victimhood when the inevitable backlash engulfs his business interests. The narcissistic entitlement here is off the charts. Ho Wonder Dunny and Elania, let me correct that, are a couple made in hell. Just a moment, please. Shall we move on to a little JD Vance? Yeah, we're going to move on to a little JD Vance.
JD Vance, I am a former Marine who used their GI Bill to attend Yale University. Here's my degree right there. And like JD Vance, who attended Yale Law School, I was there at the same time as him. We actually sat on the board of the Yale Veterans Association, which is an alumni association. And we both were able to be recipients of DEI efforts at Yale University. At the time that I was a student, there were only 5 veterans in my entire program. There are currently 25 in the Divinity School program now. In the undergraduate program, there are about 8 veterans. In the Eli Whitney program, there are currently about 15. Now, the law school where JD Vance was a student, he was one of about 6 students at the time at the law school. Currently, I'm pretty sure their numbers are in the 20s or the 30s when it comes to veterans. So these efforts to increase and push diversity, equity, and inclusion is something that benefited JD Vance. And he is now turning around.
JD Vance
and
is
he's
DEI.
pulling the ladder up so that people like him who grew up in poor Appalachia, who joined the Marines, who were able to use the GI Bill, are no longer able to follow in his footsteps because he wants to remove the same DEI programs that got him to where he is today.
JD Vance, you mean to tell me y'all out here hooping and hollering about DEI and these black people with their highly educated selves? Are you kidding me, JD Vance? JD Vance. If y'all don't stop playing in black people's face, JD Vance, you are DEI. Caroline Leavitt is DEI as well. And they all want to get rid of DEI. Because you thought in your kink rabbit ass mind that it was going to hurt black people. But you hurt it most of your own people. Because you know who got hurt the most? White women. They got treated just like a black person. I dare you treat them like black people, Donnie. I dare you.
Musk is a weird loser, but is he a scam? Find out on my recurring
I
segment.
showed you that
Is he a
already.
scam?
Sorry about that.
He's been around Silicon Valley.
I think, in my opinion, that Elon Musk is a scam. I'm entitled to my opinion. But anyway, we're going to get on back to a little bit more of JD Vance, Fancy Pants. One moment, please. It was another one I want to show y'all about good old JD Vance. But anyway, let's see what this is. I think I showed you this
Most
already.
of Musk's relationships end and people leave. Like it's littered with people who have worked for him and have left in exasperation and abuse, really. The kind of like they just can't take it. The manicness, the yelling. You know, one person told me Neuralink, which is his brain chip company, that he comes in, he kicks over some trash cans, and he leaves, and everyone gets back to work. It was funny. It made me laugh when I heard that. So he likes to do that. Like, I'm here to go. You're all terrible. Like just what he's doing in the government, and with no interest in knowing.
Doesn't
exactly
that
what
sound
anybody
like
does
Donald Trump?
specifically.
Him and
Let's
Elon are
break
just
it
alike.
and then pick up the pieces later. He did that. He's done that in a lot of federal agencies. No idea what anybody does, nor does he care.
The man that says that y'all can no longer work from home, why should you be able to work from home? Goes up to his place of work where people working and he shows an act of fool. And y'all claim that black people are ghetto? I don't think so. I don't. I just don't think so. Not at all. No, sir. No, ma'am. Don't ever say that again. Don't let it come out your mouth.
Right, I just went on a right-wing news network and kind of blew up the entire panel by attacking Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Watch how it unfolds. It's hilarious.
Kind of goes back to what we were just talking about, millionaires or billionaires that, they're clearly in both parties. We saw almost all of Hollywood come out in support of Kamala Harris last election cycle here. And Adam, you want to talk about relatability? I mean, do Democrats have a problem with that on their side?
I mean, the degree between George Clooney, I bet you he donated a few $1 million, and Elon Musk buying the platform of Twitter, rebranding it to X, and then leveraging that platform to then spread right-wing propaganda. And then on the top of that, on the back of that, donating hundreds of millions of dollars to the campaign. You're not telling me George Clooney donated hundreds of millions of dollars. But I want to ask Rob a question, because Trump
after George Clooney did this, wrote this long Truth Social post, like basically a temper
I remember
tantrum.
that.
Does it not concern you all that the President of the United States is currently whining about George Clooney and a portrait of himself rather than actually, I don't know, helping the American people? He's got 2 peace deals falling through right now, and our president is tweeting about a portrait of himself. Does it not concern you?
Let's see. Biden left this country in an absolute and utter mess, which is why
I asked about Trump.
He didn't run because his numbers were horrible, and Kamala Harris lost.
Hey, King Alan.
So
Let him
ideas
answer
that they
that.
were espousing was a disgrace. Trump is actually fixing the economy. Trump is actually dealing with Ukraine and Russia, which Biden would have let go
Hey,
forever
Queen
and made hundreds of
Caramel.
millions of dollars. So he's actually dealing with these issues, and the American people, including immigration, are cheering him on. So, yeah, if he wants to do a tweet every now and then, I'm fine with that because he's cleaning up the mess. He's actually getting this country back on the right track.
He's cleaned up the mess so well that his unpredictable tariff policies have made even Jamie Dimon come out and say, dude, we need more certainty. It's made the S&P 500 fall, and the GDP might contract for the first quarter, according to the Atlanta Fed. So, yeah, he's really cleaning up the mess.
All right, final thoughts to Rob, and then we got to go.
Marcus is doing very well right now on the heels of the recent.
He's been in office 8 weeks. 8 weeks. Joe Biden
8
had
weeks
4
and he
years
has
and
destroyed
created
this
the biggest
country.
mess this country's seen in a long time.
You
I
a
don't
lie.
think he gets an A yet. He gets an incomplete. He's only been in 8 weeks, but so far the American people said
He been in
"Keep
there
doing what
8
you're
weeks.
doing."
He get an F for Elfer. An
He said
F.
they won.
Adam Mockler.
Check the approval rates on day one.
Donald Trump's approval rate is low. I'm going to try to find that. His approval rate is very low. One moment, please. This is for you, MAGA. This is for MAGA. Mustard. MAGA. That's for you, MAGA. Let me show it again, y'all. I found it so funny. Because MAGA is a joke. MAGA. Da-da-dum, dum, dum. Da-da-dum, dum, dum. Everybody find MAGA as a joke. Even Ben and Jerry's ice cream have an ice cream called MAGA Tears. Because they sure not going to be crying when they can't buy food. And you just can't go take from black people how they did back in the old days. They got pawpaws too. So anyway, top stories. Second Lady Elsa Vance to visit Greenland as part of Trump push to acquire the territory of Greenland. Second Lady Elsa Vance to visit Greenland amid Trump takeover, which I talked about that earlier, but it's not going to go the way they think because Greenland is not going to bow down to a woman. Greenland is not going to bow down to a woman that's very bland. Nothing is special about Vance's wife. Nothing. She's very outdated with her looks. If you send somebody, you better send somebody that's got that. And they intelligent. She may be intelligent, but they're not going to take her serious going in there, 30, 40 something years old, looking like she's 70? They ain't even going to hear her wisdom. She better watch Queen of the South that's on Netflix, honey. If you're going to work it, you're going to work it. You're going to go in there with your intelligence, and you're going to go in there with a nice suit on, how Kamala Harris would dress, your hair right, not a root, the gray root's not showing. She's not that great on the eye to be sending over there. And they can't send Melania Trump because she doesn't speak well. And then if you look at her from the side, she's straight up and down. Ain't nothing back there, so don't send her neither. She's not smart at all. At least Ulsha is smart. One moment, please.
Would you like to see a third term for Donald Trump? Fuck no. I don't think we should have a socialist society, but I do agree with Bernie Sanders should be the president. That's what I'll say. Yeah. Like, I think socialism is good. I think it's good to have some form of socialism in a capitalist society.
Nobody wants Donald Trump a third time. Hell, we didn't even want him a second time. We didn't want Donald Trump the first term. And the second term, he absolutely admitted that it was rigged. And that's how he won. I ain't gonna say he won. I don't call him president. He ain't my president. I don't know him.
Trump, Trump, Trump. Oh, you never fail. Gosh. Have you guys seen the video? You've seen the video, right? Trump talking about his son Barron. You know that lady from Fox, the mean one? Can't stand her. She asked, so what do you think your son should get into? I think technology. Because I saw him with a laptop. I had a laptop, and I saw him. I mean, he's so brilliant. I saw him with a laptop, and he has a laptop, and he turns it on. I go, Jesus Christ, you turned on your laptop.
If I turn off his laptop, I said, oh, good. And I go back 5 minutes later, he's got his laptop. I said, how'd you do that?
Boy, you're so smart. I go, what are you doing? How'd you turn on your laptop? None of your business, Dad.
None of your business, Dad.
So I think he's a genius. The way, I can't believe it. He found the power button. And a lot of people cannot find the power button. It's very difficult to find the power button, and he found it. I mean, a lot of kids out here can't find the power button. And Barron found the power button to the laptop. That was so great. I think he should be in tech. I saw him change the battery in the fire alarm. I said, this guy's so smart. Look at him. Because he's so tall. He's like 6'8", and you know how the fire alarm starts beeping. I said, how can I change it? And he gets a battery, puts it in there, starts to work again. Then the iron was on, and he unplugged it. I said, Jesus Christ, this guy knows electricity. He's so great. He put a nail into the wall. He hung up a picture and nailed it perfectly. I said, he should get into carpentry. He could be a carpenter. He could be amazing. He could be an architect and just build things. He's so good. So many nails in the wall. He's so great. And then, guess what else I saw him do? He turned on a light with a light switch. I couldn't find a light. I said, it's so dark in here. He turns on the light. This guy's a modern day Edison. He's Thomas Edison. He's so good. And then I saw him painting an egg for Easter. We were painting eggs, coloring eggs. I said, this guy's Picasso. He's Picasso. I swear to God, he's so brilliant.
And that's how Donald Trump talks. He'll say, as long as it's not a black man that's actually highly educated, has a high IQ, but if it's got to do with his people, his color, they all geniuses. Donnie, you will never be, and never has been, and never will be a genius. You're just a dumb fool. Oh, Donnie. Okay, so we're gonna just mosey on over to Jasmine Crockett. But we're gonna listen to these two fools discuss Jasmine Crockett first, okay? Just a moment. They don't want none of Jasmine Crockett,
now you have this Congresswoman Crockett who is calling for attacks on Elon Musk on her birthday. Let's take him out on my birthday, she says. Yet she turns and says, oh, I'm not calling for violence. Well, she is an elected public official, and so she needs to tread very carefully.
So I'm actually going to say that I participated in a Tesla takedown. That is the name of the website. And it was all about this large protest that they're calling for, and this is a non-violent protest. One of the things that I told people to do is make sure you are adhering to the laws in your area. Make sure you know what it looks like to protest and to be able to raise your voices and to exercise your constitutional right to free speech. And what we see is that they want to dull our free speech rights. I just want to say that I have never promoted violence whatsoever, yet I've also never made excuse for those violent actors such as the ones on January 6th.
Amen.
So, Pam Bondi, if you have an issue with terrorism, maybe you should talk to your boss about locking back up those guys that he let out that participated in January 6th.
How about that, Bondi?
just in case the slow people listening decide to clip this up later, I just want to say that I have never promoted violence whatsoever, yet I've also never made excuse for those violent actors such as the ones on January 6th. So Pam Bondi, if you have an issue with terrorism, maybe you should talk to your boss about locking back up those guys that he let out that participated in January 6th.
Bondi, did you not hear that? Bad body built like Margaret Green Taylor. All of them bad body built. Melania Trump, bad body built. She ain't got nothing back there. Nothing to grab. But see, Trump is little like this. So most men that has a little eggplant and is slim and short, they like it when you don't have no back there, you know? That's the only way they can get in there worth something. One moment, please. Just a moment, everybody. Give me just a moment. Just a moment. Just a moment. Be patient. Okay? Just a moment. Be patient. So, this is something that Randy Singer put on her social media page. She says, I think if this pic went viral, his blood pressure would go dangerously high. Like I said, I think if this pic went viral, his blood pressure would go dangerously high. Be ashamed. So don't retweet this pic. Look at this pic. Now, I told y'all about Donnie. He got to be good on them knees because look how he got that mouth. He knows what to do with that mouth because y'all saw him put his mouth on that mic. How he went down on that mic thing. Donnie got experience. Look at that mouth. That mouth done put in plenty of work. Mustard. Donnie said, put it on the floor. Put it on the floor. He don't put them knee pads on a couple times. And this is the person he always with. Not Melania, but who he always with. Look at him. No seasoning. That's nothing but mayo. No seasoning. That is the worst I've seen. Those two are always together. And he even turned the White House lawn into a car salesman dealership. We haven't seen him go out of the way like that for Melania. No, not at all. Something ain't right. Something just ain't right. One moment, please.
So JD Vance is now threatening judges and he's warning them not to rule against the Trump administration under any circumstance. Here is what Vance just posted on his government account. Let's give it a read. Quote, if a judge tried to tell a general how to conduct a military operation, that would be illegal. If a judge tried to command the attorney general in how to use her discretion as a prosecutor, that's also illegal. Judges aren't allowed to control the executive's legitimate power. First of all, that's false. Even the Supreme Court justices have the power to strike down any executive order should they deem it to be unconstitutional. Even in lower courts, states are allowed to sue the Trump administration if they view one of his executive orders to be illegal, and then a judge can take that case up and rule in favor of the states, which we just saw happen with the lawsuit involving Doge having access to the Treasury Department payment system. So not only is Vance incorrect when he says that, but he is also telling every judge in America that if they dare to rule against the Trump administration, then they will be in violation of the law and that he will try to hold them accountable. This is an intimidation tactic being implemented by the Vice President of the United States to try to force judges into submission. Hopefully they don't listen. Hopefully they keep holding the line because, like I said, this is the end of democracy should judges kowtow to this.
It won't happen. It won't work. JD Vance. Says the man that had on a blonde wig with the mini skirt on, little mini skirt on, schoolgirl mini skirt. JD Vance, with all the makeup on, the guy that wears eyeliner daily. JD Vance, the man that sent his wife to Greenland to speak for the American people when she doesn't know anything, and apparently he doesn't as well. JD Vance, the man that wants to replace Elon Musk and put those knee pads on. Yeah, him. He has something to say about the judges. Yes, the judge has power over Donald Trump because Donald Trump works for the American people. No one works for Donald Trump except in that White House. Yeah. But all of you work for us, the American people. And it seems to be that you have forgotten that. You and your sick, twisted ways. Come on out that closet so you can just be free and stop speaking of nonsense. Come out the closet, JD. I'm sure your wife wouldn't mind because she's falling for all the banana tailpipe stuff you got going on anyway. And how can she marry you after seeing that picture? I'm sure that was not her first time seeing that picture you dressed up as a woman. It could not have been. The entire cabinet of Donald Trump is a clown. He's the biggest clown in the circus. And the rest of y'all is the circus. All the MAGA Republicans are nothing but a circus. And Donnie is the clown. And Putin is the tranquilitist. And Elon is one of the people that's pulling Donnie's strings as well. And it seems like things are falling apart between the two of them. But somebody's going to tell something real soon. Because Elon spent a lot of money on you, Donnie. You got a lot of head to give. Elon, he going to tell everything. You try to kick him up out of your Oval Office, he going to tell it all, boo. He going to tell it all. Your top going to tell it all. Whatever little secrets y'all got going on, he's going to tell it all. But he's going to be creative with it because he's not going to want to take the fall, which Donnie is trying right now to make Elon Musk the bad guy. And he doesn't realize if we see it, Elon sees it. Like he's trying to throw Marco Rubio under the bus. He already feels like I got two people to blame, JD Vance and Marco Rubio. But he wants to hurry up and get rid of Elon because something is going on there between those two. You can tell the friction is there. It is not just the friction of the knee pads. Because he be giving some head, getting some head. Not just that. There's friction between those two in Lover's Lane. Just a moment. I'm going to take us back a little bit because it's going to let us understand what's happening today. Hold on.
War ended. Slavery.
Hold on.
Did you know? After the Civil War ended, slavery was supposed to be over. But for thousands of newly freed black men, women, and children, the promise of freedom turned into a death sentence. In Natchez, Mississippi, there's a place called the Devil's Punch Bowl, a deep natural pit surrounded by high bluffs and steep walls. But what happened there after 1865 is one of the darkest, most hidden chapters of American history. When enslaved Africans were finally freed, thousands fled to Natchez hoping for safety, protection, and a new life. Instead, the Union Army, yes, the same army that supposedly fought for their freedom, forced over 20,000 of them into concentration camps inside the Punch Bowl. They were not allowed to leave. If they tried, they were shot dead on sight. They were starved, overworked, and left to rot in inhumane conditions. Thousands, especially women and children, died in that pit. There were no proper burials, just mass graves. Today, that land is considered a preserve. It's rich with wild peach trees that only grow within the Punch Bowl. The soil is said to be fertile, fed by the bodies of our ancestors who were dumped and buried there without dignity, without names. Locals say the peaches are sweet, but nobody eats them. Not out of superstition, but out of respect. Because the fruit that grows there was watered by the blood, bones, and suffering of freed black people who were never truly freed. This wasn't a war crime against enemies. It was state-sanctioned genocide against the very people America promised to liberate. And now, it's barely mentioned. Not in textbooks, not in school, not in monuments. But we remember. We speak their names even if we don't know them. We honor the souls buried in the Devil's Punch Bowl by telling the truth they tried to bury with them. Because if we don't tell it, who will?
They trying to take us back to those days, y'all. But right now, Black people, enjoy what is happening. I know it don't feel good, but in some form from all of this, we are getting our reparations. Because Donnie sought out to try to hurt Black and brown people. But in the midst of him releasing this storm, he has hurt his own people more than he has hurt anybody. So Black people, rejoice in this moment. Brown people, rejoice in this moment. But more importantly, Black people, this is our way of getting our reparations. So every time somebody is laid off, not of us, from DEI, celebrate. Because they felt like DEI, laying off people that are under DEI, was going to be just Black people. No, not at all, Donnie. You're hurting your own. And to see how everything is falling apart in that White House, Black people, get your reparations. Laugh your ass off. And when you see them out there marching, hold up a glass, cheer them on, because we're not getting out there. Get your reparations. Yeah. We got to get it some kind of way because, under Donald Trump, he would never give it to us. And let it come out of his mouth that the white man deserves reparations. And Donnie, what you deserve, what you really deserve, is a foot up your pale bread basket. The bread basket that Elon Musk has been dipping up in your mud getting at night. Sneaking in the Oval Office, bending you over, and you enjoying it. Black people, get your reparations. And until those brown Mexican babies, Latino babies are back with their families, every night that you sleep, Donnie, you will feel pins all over your body. You're going to call them in and tell them it's bed bugs in here. No, Donnie, that's not bed bugs. That's our reparations from our ancestors. Must I remind y'all? Hold on, wait a minute. Just a moment, please. Reparations come in different forms. So when you get it and enjoy it. Please. Please. Hold on. Because I want y'all to hear this.
He to take it. So he'll get sick and fucking die.
This is a white woman. She pissed off at Donnie Boy.
Watching TikTok. I'll just be doing this.
See, Black people, we ain't got to lift our hands. His own people are sick of him. This is a white woman pissed off at Donald Trump. Let me keep going. We ain't got to lift our hands, Black people. No, we don't. His own people right now want him to suffer. I got more for you, MAGA. You're going to dream about me. It's not bed bugs, Donnie. It's the ancestors. Now let me show you what this white guy has for Donald Trump. See, the white people just as mad as we are. More than we are. Donnie Black people don't have to do anything to you because we're going to sit back and watch you all destroy each other. The lepers eating their faces. One moment, please. Just a moment. See, I have so much saved. I got to figure out where did I put it? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Just a moment, please. I gotta find it. I didn't delete it. I know I didn't. It's on here. Bear with me. One moment, please. Just a moment, please. You know how you have so much that you save? You gotta really look for it. It'd be too much. Okay, bear with me, y'all. It's on here because I don't delete stuff too quick. Hold on. I'm going to take y'all up out of here with this.
So happy together.
All right, now we're going to get up out of here, y'all. I had a good little time with y'all. Y'all be all right now. Black people, get your reparations. Reparations doesn't always come in money form. Don't get out there and march. Hold up your glass, your water bottle, whatever. When you see them out there marching, you just hold it up and cheer them on. As you know, our ancestors marched for us. And our ancestors going to take care of us. Brown people, hold your glass up too and get your laugh on. Because they plan on laying off more people. I love y'all. Enjoy your day and God bless you. Bye.